Okay, my little adventurers, gather round and find your cozy spot. Today, I have a magical story to share with you, a story about two very special friends who live in the most delightful place you can imagine. Now, I want you to close your eyes for a moment and picture the most beautiful meadow you can think of. Picture the sun shining down, casting a golden glow on soft green grass, and wildflowers dancing in the breeze. And right there, nestled at the base of a grand, old oak tree, you'll find the home of our two friends. One is a buttery brown bunny with big blue eyes, a round belly, and a heart full of kindness. His name is Butters. The other is a small green toad with the brightest yellow eyes and rosy cheeks, and her name is Charlene. Now don't be fooled by their size, because these two friends are brimming with adventure and magic. So, are you ready? Open your imagination wide and let it soar, because today we're going to hop, skip, and leap right along with Butters and Charlene into their world of friendship, sharing, and delightful surprises. Let's begin our story. The bunny was no ordinary bunny. He was a buttery brown ball of joy who lived in a cozy little burrow tucked beneath the roots of a grand old oak tree, deep in the heart of Tennessee's rolling hills. His home was like something out of a dream, with soft moss carpets, mushrooms growing like little fairy umbrellas, and twinkling fireflies that made his house glow at night. Butter's best friend was Charlene, a sweet little green toad with the brightest yellow eyes you could ever imagine. They were practically inseparable, like peanut butter and jelly, and every day was a grand adventure waiting to unfold. One magical spring morning, Butters woke up to the mouth-watering scent of carrot muffins wafting through the air, tickling his nose. Oh, how his tummy rumbled in delight! The smell of cinnamon and warm carrots filled their burrow, wrapping around Butters like a warm, cozy blanket. He stretched his little bunny legs, yawned a big bunny yawn, and hopped out of bed, his little cotton tail bouncing with excitement. Butters quickly made his bed. After all, a tidy bunny is a happy bunny, brushed his teeny tiny bunny teeth, and dashed outside to start his morning chores. Being the oldest of all his little siblings, Butters had lots of important jobs, but he didn't mind one bit. He loved helping out, especially if it meant he got to start his day with a splash of clover water, a secret recipe his mama always swore by. "Drink up, darling," his mama would say. "A big cup of fresh clover water will put a hop in your step." And oh, how it did. Butters filled up his little wooden bucket with dewdrops from the clover flowers, the liquid sparkling like tiny diamonds in the early morning sun. He took it inside to fill up the pitcher, and soon the kitchen was filled with the warm scent of muffins, and all of Butters' siblings gathered at the table, their little noses twitching in anticipation. As they sat down to enjoy their special breakfast, there came a soft knock, knock, knock at the door. Everyone's ears perked up, and Butters' heart did a little happy skip. Who could it be at this hour? His mama hopped over to the door, creaking it open with a big smile. "Well, who's this?" she asked. It was none other than Charlene, the greenest toad in all the hills, with her bright yellow eyes sparkling like two little suns. "Ribbit, good morning, Mama Bunny," she chirped. "Is Butters home?" "Why, yes, he is," Mama Bunny replied, her eyes twinkling. "He's just finishing up his muffin. He'll be out to play in a jiffy." Charlene hesitated for a moment, her little toad feet shuffling nervously. I could smell your muffins through the window," she said shyly, her voice tinged with excitement. "And I was wondering, could I perhaps have one too?" Butters' little bunny heart swelled with kindness. He loved these muffins, oh yes he did, but the thought of sharing one with his best friend made him feel all warm inside. Without missing a beat, he shouted, "You can have half of mine, Charlene." His voice was so loud and cheerful that his siblings all blinked in surprise. Mama Bunny chuckled softly. Butters had always been so generous. "Well, isn't that just the sweetest thing?" she said, and with a happy smile, she set a little plate with half a muffin for Charlene. The two friends shared their breakfast, nibbling and chatting about the day ahead, until all the crumbs were gone. Once the table was cleaned up, Butters and Charlene scampered outside, ready for their adventure. The meadow was alive with magic. Butterflies danced in the breeze, bees hummed their sweet songs, and the trout in the stream leaped into the air as if trying to catch the sunshine. Butters and Charlene hopped along the path, laughing and playing as they made their way to their favorite log by the brook. As they sat side by side, Charlene suddenly heard a growl, loud and grumbly. Her eyes grew wide. Butters, did you hear that? Butters just grinned. Oh, Charlene. That was just my tummy. It's still hungry, I think, after that muffin. Charlene blushed. I'm so sorry, Butters. I know how much you love those muffins, and I didn't want to take half of yours, but it smelled so wonderful. Butters placed his little paw on her shoulder. Don't worry, Charlene. You're my best friend, and sharing what I love with you makes it even more special. Charlene beamed. You're right, Butters. There's something magical about your muffins, and about having a friend like you to share them with. Just then, a soft bell chimed in the breeze. Ding, ding. Charlene's eyes lit up. That's my mama calling me for lunch. Whatever she made, I want you to have half, Butters, she declared. Hand in paw, the two friends skipped off to their next adventure, waving goodbye to the sparkling brook. It didn't matter if there were muffins or no muffins, because as long as they had each other, every day was filled with magic. And so, dear friends, here's the lesson we learned today. Sometimes the best magic in the world happens when we share the things we love most with the people who mean the most to us. Whether it's muffins, adventures, or the little moments in between, it's the sharing that makes life sparkle and shine.